Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. This is the fifth and concluding composition in the Rag Tilang of Mahalla Pehla, the first Nanak. And this sabad, along with the previous three, is one of four known collectively as the Babar Vani. And tradition has it that this is being addressed to Pai Lalo at Saidpur, which is modern-day Ahmedabad in Pakistan, after Guruji witnessed Babur's invasion of 1521, when his cavalry overran a defenseless town. So the sabad is perhaps the first and maybe the only documented eyewitness report that a religious figure in India may have captured of the invasion and of the massacre that followed. So it is an eyewitness report. It is also a critique of failed religion. And it is also a declaration that the sovereign of truth alone administers final justice. In a way, this is speaking truth to power, something that the Guru would want us to do. It is about truth-telling. Sach ki bela sach sunaisi is how Guruji ends the sabad. So the theme is witnessing, reporting, truth-telling, to have the courage to speak the truth. The sabad itself, Tilang Mahalla Pehla, Jaisi Mai Aavai Khasam ki Bani, Taisada kari gyan ve lalo. Jaisi Mai Aavai, Jaisi, as the word of the Master comes to me, so I render it, O Lalo. Taisadi kari gyan ve lalo. So here the word gyan, it is objective reporting. The word of the Master coming to me. It's not my prejudice that is speaking here. It is as I see it and as the understanding comes to me. I'm not injecting my bias in here. O Lalo. That is what Babaji is saying to Lalo. Now, tradition has it that the Lalo in the sabad was an old devotee of Guru Nanak, an old companion devotee who was a carpenter by trade and perhaps lived in Saidpur. That's the tradition. Then the Guru says, Paap ki janj le kabalo thaya, Jori mange daan ve lalo. So this is what the Guru is describing. Jaisi Mai Aavai, Taisada kari gyan. So what is he telling? Lalo. Paap ki janj le kabalo thaya. Paap ki janj, the procession of sin, is the wedding party. Sin actually is the bridegroom. Kabalon, from Kabul. Taya, he has rushed in. Jori mange daan ve lalo. So now Jori has multiple connotations. Force, the bride, And so what Guru is saying is, bringing a wedding party of sin from Kabul, he, referring to Babur, has rushed in and by force demands the bride as his offering, the bride being Hindustan, India, the India that we know today. What has happened? He goes on. Saram taram doe chap khaloe, Kood phire pardhan ve lalo. Modesty, saram, modesty and righteousness have both vanished into hiding. Kood phire pardhan ve lalo. Falsehood now struts about as the chief, the king. Oh, my dear Lalo, Kajiyan Bamana ki gal thakki. The voice of the Qazis and the Brahmins has been silenced. Agad pade shaitan ve Lalo. Oh, my Lalo, the Satan is now performing the marriage rites. And now he reflects on the state of the women there. Muslimaniya padhe kateba. Muslim women recite their scriptures. Kast meh kare khudaye ve lalo. And in their anguish, they call upon Khudai, their God, O Lalo. Jati sanati hor hindwaniya, eh bhi lekhe lae ve lalo. High caste Hindu women, the low caste, and the rest. Count yourself among them in this fate, O Lalo. He's not making any distinction between Muslim and Hindu women. They're all being equally plundered and raped. Khoon ke sohle gaviya hai nanak, rat ka kangu paaye ve lalo. Khoon ke sohle, wedding songs of the blood. If you recall, the Guru in the previous Sabad has been talking about Suhagan and Duhagan. This is inverting that to a situation outside. Khoon ke sole, songs of celebration of blood is being sung, says Nanak, and saffron of crimson gore, blood, is being sprinkled. This is the description of what Nanak is seeing. And his comments then in the second verse, Sahib ke gun Nanak gaave, Masapuri vich aakh masola. Nanak speaks of the Master, sings to the praise of the Master, even in the city of the dead, of corpses. Aakh masola, the truth is spoken aloud. Jin upai range gawai, the one who created this colorful world. Baitha vekhe vakh akela, that one sits apart, alone, watching it all. Now this is an indictment. Sacha so sahib, sacha tapavas. Sacha, even though the Guru is indicting that one creator as sitting apart, he is qualifying that by saying Sacha, so Sahib, eternal, true, such the powers. Its verdict is eternal and true. And the judgment, Sachara Nyao Kareg Masola, that will be true as well. Kaya kappad tuk tuk hosi. The cloth of the body shall be torn to shreds. Hindustan samalsi bola. Hindustan will remember these words. Avan 78 Jan 97. They came in 78. Now tradition tells us this is the year of this massacre, and they shall depart in 97. This is the Bikrami calendar. Yet another disciple of the brave shall yet arise. Uthsi mard ka chela. This is a foresight. Sach ki bani Nanak aakhe. Nanak speaks the word of the truth. Sach sunaisi, sach ki bela. Sach sunaisi. It proclaims the truth at the hour of truth, the right time, the right thing. So Khasam here is the sovereign addressing the divine. Janj, Baap ki Janj. There is an irony here. The invading army is a wedding party of sin that demands Hindustan as its forced bride. Modesty and righteousness, the twin pillars of a moral society, are both in hiding. Saram taram doe, chapakaloe. Agad, the marriage formula. When Satan reads it, the union of power and atrocity is consecrated. Saffron here, kungu, is human blood. So Guruji begins by stating his credentials. What he's saying is, as it comes to me, so I speak. He is not inserting his own prejudices into the description. Khasam ki Bani, it is passing through Nanak as Gyan, knowledge, rendering. And it closes with Sach ki Bani Nanak aakhe sach sunai si sach ki bela. Truth. The source, the speech, the hour are all saturated with truth. From Bani to Gyan to Sach, revelation becomes knowledge, becomes the real that the listener is now hearing. And there is this Jaisi, humility, as it comes. So the question that a reader and a listener might ask is, the previous sabads were all about the inner life, Suhagan, and this seems like a sudden jump to an external event. And upon reflection, you have to realize that the jump seems sudden only if we assume that the sabads in the Guru Granth Sahib Ji are arranged by theme. They are not. They are organized by rag, by metrical length, by serial composition number. So the thing is, the earlier Telang sabads turn on the bride waiting for her khasam, on adornment, on the suhagan. Babar Vani here erupts with a wedding party, Paap ki Janj. The bridegroom's party has come. It demands brides by force, with blood, with a marriage formula recited by Satan. So the wedding imagery is kept by Guruji. It's not abandoned, even when the Sabad has turned historical. It is simply inverted. The union of the soul with the master in the previous Sabad is mirrored almost sentence for sentence, against the demonic parody of union performed at sword point. This is drawing parallels. And yes, there is an allegorical reading for this. Some scholars have indeed read this passage, reading Babur as Haume, charging from Kabul, the wilderness of the unawakened mind, and his army as the Panch, Chor, the five thieves, Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar, overrunning the Kaya Nagari, the body city, the silenced Qazis and Brahmins, our conscience and discrimination going dumb. The women crying out to Khuda are the inner faculties, Buddha, Mat, Surt, left undefended when Dharma flees. Now, this reading, which is quite valid, maps into the interior battle. But one cannot treat this Babur Vani only as a metaphor. There is a historical layer that is, one just cannot push it aside. There are Janam Sakhi accounts of Guruji's detention at Saidpur. Scholars have, in fact, mentioned it. So the jump perhaps can be explained by saying that for Guru Nanak, inner-outer division itself is a disease. A soul that has met the Khasam in the bridal chamber within and then declines to name what is being done in the street has not actually met the husband. What it has met is its own quietism, and the Guru has cautioned us against quietism. And the Gyan, as it comes, would be falsified the moment the messenger begins to curate its own message for tonal comfort. So the earlier Tilang Shabads are actually leading us here. They're validating. The inner reading is available, but the Guru's move here is the opposite. He takes the interior vocabulary of union and forces us to look at history without blinking. And that is what we have to do. We cannot simply sit quietly inside. We have to move outside and be watchdogs. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.